What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Shonen Showdown. I'm your host, Rob, and sitting to the right of me is
Scott.
And today we're going to be talking about World Trigger, man. Let's get right into it. We want to talk about the top 3 attackers in World Trigger, and we want to rank them. And we are counting black triggers. So keep it locked. Alright, so let's just hop right into it, Scotty. Let me know who is the #1 attacker in World Trigger as a border agent.
Number 1. Obviously, it's got to be Yuma. Obviously it's going to be Yuma #1. We saw what he did during the Invasion arc.
Oh my God.
We've seen his performance with his black trigger. We've seen him take down, the neighbor with the trigger. Wow. We didn't even have an explanation for what that even was. That was a weapon of mass destruction from that country, from After Cry. We don't even know.
Wow.
And I seen that. I'm gonna go with Yuma #1. I think it's the same pick.
I like Yuma a lot, but the answer clearly is Amo. I don't know what show you've been watching, but as far as I know,
who's that?
Amo has been. He literally instilled fear into one of the directors of Border. He literally cleared 2 whole regions filled with neighbors by himself. He clearly has the power to even counter Jin. He is used as a last resort because he can't even control his own power because his power is just on another level, as we all know. Amo sits at #1 for me. There's not a lot of people that even get that type of respect in Border. As far as I know, he's the only one that gets that type of respect at Border. They keep him far away because they're like, look, his power level is just so high. We don't even want him walking through the building. We don't want him walking through the hallways, using the bathrooms or nothing. All right, Yuma hasn't earned that. Jin hasn't earned that. Tachikawa hasn't earned that. None of these people have earned it to that level. So I got to put Amo on #1. But who do you have at '2? Because
hold #2. Okay, Amo for what? #1?
Yes.
We didn't even know what's going on with Amo.
What do you mean?
We barely even saw him as a character. We don't know his powers. We don't know what his trigger looks like.
But you have to be able to read in between the lines.
I'm putting Amo's power level up with prime fully potential Gon. I'm putting it up with adult Gohan, fully trained, if he kept training. That would be crazy if we saw it, but we never saw it, so I'm not even going to count.
But you have to be able to read in between the lines.
I mean, potentially, okay, all right, yeah.
What do you mean, potentially?
So,
Shinoda was like, whoa, hold on. When Amo's name was mentioned in the conference, Shinoda said, you know what, I'll tap out. I'll gladly tap out. Did he not? Right? 2 whole regions. Jin was like, I can't.
I didn't see it.
Jin was like,
aftermath.
In the middle of the war, Jin said, I don't have time to go over there. Hit up Amo. Said, Amo, clear that region for me. Amo said, consider it done. By himself. He had no help. There was no other single border agent that was left alone to cover an entire region. That is incredible. That is unheard of in the show.
So at the end of that comment leads me into my second pick.
Okay, go ahead.
The other border agent who was actually left alone to cover an entire region, Jin #2, black trigger user Jin.
You're putting Jin over Amo?
Yes, I'm putting Jin over Amo.
All right. You know what? Go into your explanation because I really have I have a lot to. Oh my goodness! Wow, that's crazy.
First of all,
that's crazy.
In the first, I don't remember exactly, but in the first at least 10 episodes of the anime, we saw Jin take down 14, 16 guys that came to attack him. He wasn't even going all out. He wasn't even trying. He was basically effortlessly taking out agents, the top tier agents of the whole border. Okay. With little to no effort, not even being serious, barely doing anything, and taking them out one by one.
Allow me to interject. Who did Jin fight? I know exactly what fight you're talking about, right? Who in that fight was on the level of Shinoda? Alright, this argument's over. Nobody in that fight was of Shinoda's level.
Okay,
anyone
what does that mean?
What do you mean? That has everything to do with it because we already know Amo has the power to counter Shinoda.
You don't know that for a fact.
What do you mean?
you implying that? What
Did you not see the meeting? Did you not see what was going on?
He did not say, yo, I really wish that Amo does not come in here right now. I'm going to lose if we fight. He did not say that.
No, obviously he wouldn't say. He's a director, but yeah, Amo's power, we already saw that he was able to have the power to counter Shinoda just reading off of what was going on in the meeting alone. I'm not saying that's whether Shinoda, but we've seen the meeting. We were able to read in between the lines, and he has power that can counter Shinoda. Nobody that Jin has fought ever is of Shinoda's power level. So at the end of the day, I can't put Jin over Amo. That's just very, very disrespectful. But at number 2, I will agree with, you know, how you stated that Yuma Kuga is elite, because I have him at number 2. I mean, the replica Black Trigger is just on another level. We have never seen a Black Trigger that can literally remember and copy the abilities of opponents that you have battled previously, and then use them at his leisure. Like, and you also have Yuma Kuga, who actually is one of the best battle geniuses coming out of Border. He's just crazy. His fighting battle sense is literally otherworldly. And I mean, we saw it even in the fight against Ko, right? He was figuring out that, you know, all right, I have a Scorpion. Ko has the side effect of enhanced learning. Let me fight him in the water, and it worked. Like, Yuma always thinks outside of the box, and even Tachikawa was watching his fight, saying, you know what, I gotta give credit where credit is due. Yuma Kuga is just on another level, so I have to put him at number 2. I can't put him over Amo though, because he's not on that level yet. But yes. Yuma Kuga is sitting at number 2 for me. Now, tell me who's sitting at number 3.
Number 3, easy. Easy. Tachikawa number 3.
You didn't even put Amo in the top 3.
I told you that when you said Amo the first time. I'm not putting him in there.
In the top 3.
Did you put Adult Gohan after the Cell arc, Future Gohan in the top 10 DBZ list?
Scott,
okay. Scott. I'm not gonna put Amo on my list either.
You're not gonna put Amo in your top 3.
Nah. Nope.
Hold on.
I need to see anything.
Hold on. Talk about Tachikawa. If
I saw him snap his fingers, I maybe would have considered it.
Why is Tachikawa here? Why is
Tachikawa here? Because Tachikawa is in the discussion as one of the potential Black Trigger users. He is incompatible to wield Fujin, and that's the reason why he doesn't have a Black Trigger, because that's the only trigger they have. They have Jin's trigger and they have Amo's trigger, right? Amos has his trigger. Jin gave his up. Tachikawa was not able to use that, and so it passed on to Miwa. But because of that, you have to acknowledge the fact that Tachikawa was considered to be one of the replacements for Jin's triggers. So he's in the conversation of to be a potential Black Trigger wielder. I'm gonna put him up there.
All right, I'm gonna ask you a question, and I think this is a similar question that I've had, and I asked you this last World Trigger debate. Does Tachikawa even have a side effect?
Nope.
You're putting people in your top 3 that have no side effects.
What's the problem with that?
That's crazy. That is so disrespectful on so many levels. What are you doing putting somebody that does not have a side effect at the number 3?
What's Amo's side effect? Oh, okay, all right. So that's not that big of a deal. Okay, so moving on.
So
what else you got?
At the end of the day, I don't even really
it's not even that big of a deal.
What do you mean? It's not that big of a deal.
He don't even. Amos don't have one.
Amos does have a side effect.
What is it?
We don't know what it is.
Oh, no.
But we know he has a side effect. All we know is we know that Amo has a side effect and Tachikawa doesn't.
I'm calling
according
it right
to the
now.
anime. All right, manga readers may know something that we don't know, but as far as I know, side effects included.
I'm calling it right now.
I'm putting Amo in there. I'm putting Yuma Kuga in there. And at number 3, I'm going to put Jin. Yes, Jin sits at number 3. Tachikawa has no business being in the top 3. That is so disrespectful. Like he's a skilled attacker. Don't get me wrong. If you take all the Black triggers away and you take all the side effects away and you neutralize everything, Tachikawa, then we can have a very good discussion. But as of right now, if we're counting side effects and Black triggers, he has no business being in here. That's just very disrespectful. I'm putting Jin at number 3 again because of stuff you mentioned. Fujin, ridiculous. The way he uses it is just flawless. We have never really seen that. His power level is just crazy. Whether he was fighting Hughes or anybody else, he has been showing his ability at a top performance. Even when it comes to even using his side effect, him, seeing the future, that is just so key. Whether it's in battle or whatever it may be, Jin is just so powerful. He's so intuitive. So I have to put Jin at number 3. Nobody else deserves to be in the spot. Sorry to Tachikawa fans out there. I don't know what Scotty was thinking. Listen, I have nothing to do with that madness. Separate my name from him. And at the end of the day, you guys definitely have to let us know who the top 3 attackers are in Border. Scott's wrong. Scott's completely wrong.
Clearly imagining taking talking points out of his own rear end. You know, the usual. You know, y'all fans of the channel. You've seen him do this.
You put so ridiculous. And with that, we're signing out.